What's going on, yo? It's J Small Reviews here, back at it again with another video. These next 2 weeks, man, it is countdown to SM. Love every year when SM, Gnome, really any event with like large historical background. Obviously, two of the biggest URL events are going to be two of the biggest historic ones, right? But I like doing all types of history dives, top 5 main events. For those of you that haven't seen my channel, you look at my playlist. I've ranked all the SMs, ranked all the gnomes, ranked the top 5 main events for all of them, blase. And as for today, we are doing the top 5 body bags in Summer Madness history. I talked about in the top 5 main events video, a lot of SM main events or SM grudge matches tend to be lopsided as is. So when you have a lot of these lopsided SM battles, they aren't just random body bags. You know, there is times for like a John and Mr. Wavy, right? But which doesn't make this list, which is why I mentioned it. But there's so many historic battles of lopsidedness that sent careers in a different direction, elevated careers to new heights, or just changed the pace of what that year looked like Cody-wise, even before Cody status-wise. So body bags, obviously, like classics, can absolutely revolutionize people's careers, but this time for the better or the worse. And without further ado, let me give you my top 5 picks for the best body bags in SM history. No honorable mention today either. There will be some that we mention as we go that count as honorable mention. But starting off right at number 5, I do have from the most recent SM, Sue Surf versus JC, main event of Summer Madness 12. And this is one that you could, Surf and John is another one that, you know, Surf caught 2 pretty crazy bodies on SM back-to-back. But this one being a main event, and in my opinion, what Surf kind of did to JC's career and the talk of it. Beating John, you know what I'm saying, was crazy enough. Great win. John went and took a break afterwards, right? But this battle for JC really was the most important battle of his career. About as much momentum as you can imagine JC having, except the Lux campaign. This is it. Peak form JC, right? And many people, although Surf was the favorite, had JC being competitive in this battle. And I put it at 5 because Surf even said himself he wasn't at 100%. It wasn't one of his best performances. Believe he said he was at 72%. He was very beatable, but had an amazing first round. In a lot of ways, just gave JC, the most embarrassing loss of his career. Had his composure off, took the biggest moment of his career, made it the biggest moment in the wrong way. Completely took him out of the trajectory of a loaded Lux plate, probably for good, if I got to be honest with you guys. I don't see where we build up the momentum to get that going again. Quotables, the J Electronica, everything. We all remember the memes from the battle. It was just one of those performances where, as a legend, he kind of really just put a pothole, right, in the road of JC's career, and it's one that we don't know if he'll ever fully recover from. The same, he's been fired as of recent, but it turns out like that top level battling again. A guy rose to the occasion, got his first SM main event, and Surf, without being his best self, put those dreams in the dirt. And for me, something that you got to factor, not mad at anyone that puts Surf and John up here, but for me, Surf and JC is the one that deserves a spot on this list. Going right from there, we can go to number 4. So I mentioned the most recent SM, and now we can go back to the farthest back SM, the first one, and that is at number 4, Charlie Clips versus a Verb. Great one here, that just a pure 3-0 to the core, right? Verb, someone who historically has had issues when it comes to battling New Yorkers in New York big stage scenarios. Got some good wins in those situations too, but we all know of the Shine battles, right? The Rex battles, but you go to a SM like, which, you know, Rex was SM2, a little closer than I think the crowd gave it credit for. But Clips, early for Clips too, I believe that was his first battle on URL versus Verb, and just dogged the hell out of Verb 3 rounds straight. Just beat him. One of the few losses I think Verb even admits to himself. And it's just one of those where historically it didn't change the trajectory, right? Verb went on to be a legend after. Really kickstarts what Clips does. He was the boogeyman at this point. He would just pop out and kill someone and go away for a little bit. That early, like 2010, 2011 Clips, even going back to 08 when he battled Rock, he would just pop out, murder someone, go away for a long time, pop back out, murder someone. And this was just one of the more profound ones. Big ass stage, right? SM1 until very recently. I actually thought it was the SM1 main event for a long time. That was Hollow and Hitman. But yeah, there's not too much I can go to in detail in this because Verb still went on to be a legend, but I think it's early clips propelling himself, and just one of the more, you know, if you go in the history books, it is going to be one of the just more lopsided battles you're going to find in general, let alone on a Summer Madness, which is why it comes in at 4. From there, we can get into the top 3, the most deathly of the deaths, and at number 3, also going back to the penultimate SM, we do have Calico versus Math Hoffa. This one, also similar to Clips and Verb, is one of the more recognized ones, but for me, this is just even a little bit uglier due to the fact that I think Math gets very frustrated with the crowd. He is what was the Aqueduct bar, I think it was, that he, to this day, he says one of his most fire bars, but he was getting a little bit emotional up there, tapping Calico's chin. And as for why I think it's just so impactful, it's the fact that in this battle, famously, Calico calls out Loaded Lux, and Lux ends up coming out the next year for SM, and that's just for how fire Calico was and how lopsided the win over Math was. Keep in mind, you know, as many new fans who only hear of Math through seeing a little bit of YouTube or may have not watched like any of his prime or good years, it's easy to say, oh, there's all these body bags of Math, but there was a very like large period of time in the beginning of battle rap where Math Hoffa was one of the best in the world, one of the premier talents that URL and Smack pushed. And had plenty of classics and good wins with legends, and even had some later in his career he doesn't get full credit for, but especially around this time, beating Math in the fashion that he beat Math in was not expected or really normal. And then in New York, to absolutely murder Math at that. Just so as a Midwest battler, there's just so many factors that make it more and more impressive. It's one of the most historic body bags in battle rap for a reason, and one of those main early Calico performances that really jump-started him into the superstar tier, where we realized, okay, we're probably watching one of the best in the world. 2011, there was no Cody, but if there was, it would be Calico's, really without a shadow of a doubt. 3 battles of just destruction that year, and Math was the best of them. So that's why it comes in at number 3, and from there, we can move right into the runner-up spot, and at the runner-up spot, right behind, for the number 1 body bag, in my opinion, SM history, it is the body bag of the year last year in 2022, and that is Shotgun Suge versus Chess 2. Shotgun Suge versus Chess, the rematch. They battled on UW originally. Much better battle than the first. Had Suge winning that one too, a little bit closer. And then you get to this battle, not a goddamn thing close about it. To this day, I don't understand why I picked Chess in this battle, especially with the track record that he showed at the time. It really is continuing till now. But in terms of the Suge performance, I don't think anything could have predicted me for how good Suge was going to be. Lyrically, some of his best writing, some of his best performing, some of his best angling, some of his best rapping. Just one of his best big stage performances from a guy who's made a career based off of large, explosive, big stage performances. The knife and chest, Brock Lesnar, I never needed a title to own my whip. I kind of butchered that a little bit, but there was an incredible haymaker there about that. In just so many different ways, to the point that they are literally begging Suge to stop rapping, and Jersey rappers are peeling Suge off of Chess as he is murdering this man. And in a career of Chess's where there is quite a few body bag losses, I just don't know if there's any quite as dramatic as what Suge did on SM12. The gun titles card too, right? So it's like opening up, as I believe that was the first gun titles based battle of the night that went down, to the point that Rock was like, I gotta get my get back for Chess. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that people talk about that, it's a murder of the highest, you know, a variety. Probably easily the biggest body bag of Shotgun Suge's career. And although it's recent, similar to Surf and JC, the impact and just the gap of victory is just too much to not put up here. And in my opinion, was almost the biggest body bag in Summer Madness history. And that leaves us with the number 1 pick for my the biggest body I think that's ever happened on this prestigious event. And for many, they may have predicted it because it's just so visually just Jesus Christ. And that is Charlie Clips versus TRex at SM4. What can you say about this one? Not only is it one of Clips' best performances, taking the fact, the New York factor, we weren't at the point that Rex had taken too many losses yet in terms of like in a row. So he's not really past prime Rex at this point, but you could debate, as I said in the beginning of this video, trajectories get changed with body bags, and you could debate after this battle, Rex simply was never the same battle rapper. Not only the ALS Ice Challenge, really everything he did in the first 2 rounds, and then you get to the third, the counter-written round. My mom's was the real gangster of my family. One of the most iconic haymakers and rounds you're going to find in battle rap. Substance-filled moment, big stage. It's just as special gets, and Rex was rapping in the quiet room. You see, Clips was rapping on an SM stage, but when Rex went, I swear to God, you don't hear a goddamn thing, especially as the battle goes on. I mean nothing. Like, I mean, like, quiet, silence. It's like we're in a library. And that just goes to show, although Rex was really bad in this battle, the way Clips snatched the room, you're just not going to see that in battle rap often. Even in BodyBags, you go back, Guy'll have a bar or two. Rex, he introduced the Clips' father as a rat angle that eventually Lux and a couple others made good with. But it couldn't help him here. I mean, quite literally a 100 performance, a 10 out of 10 performance compared to a 0 out of 10 performance. There could not be a bigger gap. It could not visually look uglier. It could not on paper look uglier. And to me, Clips versus Rex might not only be the biggest body bag in SM history, but there's a very good argument that it might be the biggest body bag that we've ever seen in battle rap history. But that is my full wrap up here of the top 5 body bags in SM history. You guys let me know, is there any your favorite body bag in SM history and any sleeper picks that you feel I missed? Like I said a couple in there, Surf and John obviously, John and Wavy. You know, there's plenty to talk about, and it's always a fun conversation talking about those lopsided battles. And like I said, you look at the Clips, who's on this list. I think the only guy that's up here twice, and you can see both of those really changed his career. Clips and Rex is a staple within battle rap history, and Clips and Verb is one of those first battles that made people realize just how generationally special Charlie Clips is as a battle rapper. Surf and JC isn't even the best Surf by any means, and it's just kind of the optics of it. A lot of body bags aren't always the best material from the other opponent, but sometimes it can be a guy just really bottoming out and kind of folding under the pressure. So I don't know, similar to watching basketball, I love to see big moments where I love to see people be great, but I also love to see the moments because sometimes you see a guy fold and you get to just really know the truth of how they are in some scenarios. So with all that being said, like I said, guys, you guys let me know down below in the comments, what are some of your favorite body bags in SM history? And expect some more top 5s of this nature that are describing some things based around SM as we lead up to the battles themselves. But it's been J Small Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.